Hi guys, if you want to add your name to the scratchbook of patrons, you can do it like these people did. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this channel, and there's lots of ways to do that. There is an Amazon shop, link below, with like, commenting, and subscribing. You can always leave a tip in the tip jar or share your favorite artist on social media. And those are all ways to support your favorite artist. So this was a used canvas, and these are the colors. You can pause if you need to read through that list. These are the colors I used in this painting. I did try to scrape this painting off. This was a 16 by 20 canvas gallery wrapped, and I actually liked the pattern that the scraping resulted in, but couldn't figure out a way to incorporate it into another painting. So you can see I'm just basically using various shades of blue and gold and white, and in there is a green. Just a couple of times I put the green in there, but I called this a classic ring pour because, you know, I've been doing all these mixed media pieces lately, and this is just going back to basics for me, just a real easy ring pour. Now, you see how I'm shifting directions there in the beginning. I went to the right and then the left and then the right. It's because when you circle the cup in a different way, different colors will come out on the top. And if you don't like the colors that you see coming out on the top, you can always just switch the ring by shifting the circles from the right or left as you go around. And then, so this is basically just a ring pour, and at the very, very end, I do that little jiggle motion. And when I get done here, I can see pretty much right away I do not have enough paint on the canvas. So that is the satin enamel white mixed with the Artist Loft. And isn't that pretty? I love the ring when it comes right out of the cup. It's so gorgeous. And so it's pretty clear right now I'm not going to have enough paint for this 16 by 20, but I do this a lot of times because I don't want to waste paint, for one thing, and I can always add paint around the edges. And for a lot of ways, it's actually better because I feel like I have more control over what happens, rather than having to dump extra paint off of my canvas just to get paint off. This way, I feel like I have more control over the composition. If I really like an area, which I do, I'm trying to save it, basically. So this way it makes it easy to save. You can always just put paint on the side that you want to dump off. And I'm trying to save that little bit down there on the bottom right hand corner because I love that area. So I'm gonna add a little bit more paint. I think I had a little bit of satin enamel left and then a little bit of the pearl white left. So, and you know, the paint that's at the edge anyway is going to get dumped onto your table. So, you know, you just have to make sure you can cover your corners. It's very unprofessional to not cover the corners of your canvas. So make sure that when you do that, especially if you're going to be sharing or displaying your pieces, or it's a commission or selling, you want to have those edges covered. Even if you just need to tap a little bit of paint on there. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do not really want to show any sort of blank canvas at all when you are selling your paintings. So that's what I'm doing right there, you can see. And at the end of the day, it levels out, and you just really can't tell the difference really between the actual pour. Now, of course, we love those edges with the beautiful lines going down, and one side of this canvas will have that, and the other one is going to have this little tapping, and it's totally okay. So you can see the top right of this canvas is totally exposed, and I decide there's a lot of different ways you can deal with that. I could actually do another little wandering ring pour over there, but in this case I decide I'm going to do something like a swipe. So I don't have that many colors left. I don't have very much paint in my palette left, so I just layer the colors in the stripes. I could also just like dump it off at this point and it would look pretty, but I want to do something to make a beautiful design. And you can use your fingers. Don't forget your hands are tools, and it's fun. This should be a fun process, you know, you should be having fun when you're painting. So get your hands in there and use the finger swipe. And in this case, I hoped more cells would pop through, but they weren't with my little finger swipe. So it could be because my paints were rather thick. I decided to break out the airbrush, and you guys see me use my airbrush a lot on my channel, but I wanted to incorporate, you know, some of those beautiful flowing lines that the airbrush gives. And if you want an airbrush recommendation, you can shop my Amazon store for one. I do have one that I recommend there along with the compressor, and it's a fun little tool to have. Now here's the final painting, and I'm just showing it under some lights so you can see all the little beautiful details. I really like the way this one turned out. It's just goes to show that sometimes simple is best, as Melly D puts it. Simple is best. And this one is a very simple but beautiful painting, and I love the serene quality of the blues. I especially love that part too. Now see, the green does pop through. That's the phthalo green. It pops through in there a little bit here and there, just enough. Part of the reason it wasn't more prominent is I put it right next to the turquoise in the cup, but I love that area too, where the lines, the ring lines, break up into the airbrush. It's a really pretty piece with a lot of light. So this piece is available if you're interested, and as always, I appreciate you coming along for this painting journey. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit all notifications so I can make more art videos just for you.